I never understood how people were Team Iron Man inside of Civil War. The main two reasons I usually hear is what happened with his parents and then the Accords. I feel like the parents' point is a lot more logical than the Accords part, but I still do feel like both sides goes to Captain America. If we look at Tony's reasoning behind all of this, a lot of it just stems from the guilt he felt from creating Ultron and all the lives that he's damaged through that. So he doesn't trust his own hands anymore, and he's projecting that onto the rest of the team, which is made pretty apparent. But he doesn't see the side effects that come with this through that guilt. The biggest one I usually like to bring up is what happened within Winter Soldier. One of the biggest government agencies and government programs got taken control of by Hydra, and it was about to have some drastic effects with the helicarriers. And we've already seen how much damage an agency like that can do with someone like the Winter Soldier alone. And then, not even to mention what they did within the Battle of New York, they just can't be trusted with that type of power. And even using hindsight and just looking at current day MCU, the government is still corrupt. We still have government officials that are like extremely corrupt, like Valentina. So just blindly giving them the Avengers just doesn't make sense to me. And then for the parents' point, I don't feel like either of them were wrong inside of this situation. From Tony's perspective, his response was completely logical because a lot of people would just do what he did within that situation. But at the same time, for Cap not telling him about his parents, it also makes sense. If he does end up doing that, he ends up throwing his best friend for years under the bus for something that he had no control over, and he's setting him up to be jailed or either killed. And that just genuinely makes no sense from his perspective because Bucky doesn't deserve to have any of those things happen to him. He needs help. He would have no idea how it would go down if he gives this information to Tony during Age of Ultron. And that would have been the most optimal time, but all the other points still stand about what's happening to Bucky. With the character arcs that they send each other down, it makes sense for them to be on which side they were on within the movie. But that was definitely the main point they were going for, though. It was definitely more of an emotional and brash decision made by Tony, but even by the end of Civil War, we can kind of see where he stands on the Accords. He doesn't really follow them anymore by the end. So I feel like at least that point should be proven through that.